Hello everyone, and welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns, and welcome to the first restream of the Link's Awakening DX any percent no one were out of bounds tournament. It's seeding race number 2. Unfortunately, the first one wasn't restreamed, but we've still got an awesome restream for y'all. We have got Sandity, I hope I pronounced your name right, Nitro, Seize, and ATX Martin on restream today. And commentating through the match today will be Alpha 5 and Phantom Matt. It's all yours. Take it away.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Alpha 5. We're back again after a year of not playing this game. Usually is how it goes in our community. We just show up for the tournaments these days. This time it's any percent no woo. Matt, you want to talk about the category?
Yeah, so essentially what we're not allowed to do is we're not allowed to wrong warp, which means that every door has to go where it belongs. We're not allowed to go to the back of the warehouse? No, doghouse. Works. Consuming my brain. And we're not allowed to go out of bounds, which is funky. Basically, can we stand on that tile? Yep, then you're good.
Yeah, and it looks like Xander has forced the race to start. So we're going to be getting off pretty quickly here as we have some good runners. Seisei, who recently got the world record in doing this category damageless. We have Xander, who made a horrible ROM hack recently that got very lazy at the end, and he should feel bad about that because he definitely just didn't do the end. Nitros, who's probably more known for his seasons runs, but is still a very strong runner, and Martin, who has picked this game up pretty recently, and looking at their splits, are very close to the coveted sub-hour time. That's your first major hurdle when you start learning this game, and then the other minutes just kind of shave off.
Off camera, of course, we have Dragon C0, Pink Batman 12, and Materia Steel, or Madam Materia.
Yeah, and Dragon C0 best being known for probably knowing the most useless information about this game. That's definitely the title that he deserves. But yeah, so first minute and I'll say 20 seconds of this run is the same in literally every category, because we need the sword, because we can't kill things, we can't steal from the shop, we can't do anything without the sword. And there's a small divergence here, so Martin's going from the right, or from the left, and everybody else is going from the top except for Nitros. Basically, that's a gamble on if that Spiny drops a rupee, that saves time in like the quarters of fractions of seconds. If it doesn't drop a rupee, then it's faster to go on the top. It's a 50% chance it drops a rupee, and Seisei's gamble pays off. And so does Martin's, and I wasn't paying attention, but now the rupee duping.
Right,
it wanna... Yeah.
Seisei not getting too much luck. Got 2 drops, but didn't dupe either of them. Duping, of course.
Nitro's nailing every dupe, though. Missed 1, finally, but it ends with 9. They need 10 rupees, because we want to get powder quickly. It's a 50% chance on the beach, and a lot of the enemies are in the way. Oh, sorry, Martin was landing every dupe, not Nitros. The names are upside down. But, yeah. So Seisei having some hard time here.
Yeah. Now we're going to be stealing from the shop. We need to steal the shovel and the bow, and we're going to, air quotes, buy 2 sets of bombs.
I feel really bad for everybody who's just Seisei has just been here for so long. This is not what will make or break any run.
No, we're gonna see Seisei catch up.
Okay, yeah, and Seisei is not doing this damage list, has stolen the shovel. You can't do the category damage list if you steal the shuttle because Shopkeeper doesn't like you stealing and then does all your health and damage at once. Yeah. Damage list does not save time anywhere. There's actually a couple damage boosts.
We see Martin cooking, already getting into the trendy game. Xander close behind.
And we need powder here, and they did some save and quits to save a menu. Basically, if you save and quit while the rupee counter is ticking down, you don't lose the rupees because of how the game trying to look nice, but not updating. It updates your rupees basically 1 by 1 and just decrements until it hits the count and then stops decrementing. So you can like buy multiple things with rupees you don't have and stuff like that.
You gotta be quick though.
Yeah,
So
but you just save and quit and you don't have to worry about it.
Now that we're fully equipped, we're gonna go head to the to get the first key for the first dungeon, stopping in at Madame Yamia's house to set the point at which we will save and quit.
Yeah, but first, and Martin goes for the bumper strat. Didn't quite get it. Whereas I see up at the top left, it looks like Xander did get the bomb trigger. Basically, you pull 2 bombs into a screen. The game doesn't like 2 bombs being on the same screen. And it sort of loads in the next piece of an animation. That's according to what's in what sprite slot. Sometimes it's cutscenes, like the owl flying in, it just ends up skipping that. Or things like Terran transforming back. If the triggers are right, you can just skip things if you have requirements for it. It's pretty nice. Saves a lot of time over this run. I see Medi in chat asking if Link's Awakening is hard to learn. I don't think it's that hard. It really depends on what category you're trying to pick up. This is definitely not one of the scariest categories in this game. And Xander gets the pit walk! That is a frame perfect 50-50 because it's frame rule dependent, and basically it's frame rule dependent of whether or not you'll even be able to get it. But that's really exciting. He gets that on the first restream. He always goes for it. It wastes like 5 seconds if you don't get it. It saves like 2.
It's the only thing he's going to be talking about for a while now.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh my god, I got it in front of a crowd.
And oh, Martin takes a fall here. Accidentally gets bopped by the Stelfos. Maybe it's because he put sword on B. Not sure. That's just incorrect.
I'm saying a little bit of buffering out of Martin, honestly.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of lag, but we're fine. We're moving.
Alright.
This is
Say now in Dungeon 1.
Yeah. And Xander is going to take a more. We'll see how aggressive the arrow routes are. Arrow routing in this category is interesting because you can sort of pick and choose a lot of where you use your arrows. There's a lot of non-required things depending on what you're doing and what you aren't doing. But you have a lot more leeway with your arrows compared to almost any other category except for 100%, although 100% you definitely end up with 0 arrows right when you get the max arrow refill. As we are moving along.
The dungeon item for this game is actually the Rock's Feather, which breaks the game in half. We haven't actually pointed it out yet, but there's this trick that we can do in dungeons and underworld areas called a super.
Oh no, Xander!
He missed, he whiffed.
He whiffed on Rolling Bones, that's rough. So,
this is Moldorm, hardest boss in the game.
That's not even a joke.
Dead serious. He knocks you into the pit, you have to restart the fight, getting hit takes away a heart, you only got 3 hearts.
He's definitely the easiest boss. Well, that's not true. Hothead's probably the easiest boss to lose time because of your execution. Some bosses, you're gonna lose time because they just decide, mainly only D5.
I will point out, Seisei has caught up to and passed Martin.
Yeah, and that's just from cleaner movement. There's a lot of variable things in this game.
And
Martin falling down. Does Martin hold the jump button? Martin does. That's a trick that you can do. And yeah, it'll just take you there. You just buffer, jump through. Moldorm is rough. And yeah, that's Moldorm falling into last place of our restream players.
Second fall. Alright, so I didn't completely explain it, but in dungeons and underworld areas, the walls are actually made out of ledges. And what we do when we super jump is we kind of go inside the wall, jump up, and then force ourselves away by using a sword or just good movement, or an arrow or something. In order to fall higher than we would be allowed, which allows us to skip over stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways you can do super jumps. There's like unclipped super jumps, there's shack jumps, there's boots bonk jumps. For the most part, regular super jumps are going to be all you need. We might see a couple naked super jumps, but they, they're a little harder to execute just because of how you line up. And then, you can do them on the overworld, but they're basically, in this category, is nowhere that you would save any time. There's only one category I can think of that saves time with an well, actually, that's not true. There's 2 that save time with an overworld super jump. That being 100% and no stew.
We have Xander fighting the King Moblin to go save our best buddy Bow Wow. Nitro's starting the fight. And Say entering the cave. Meanwhile, Martin is entering the Forbidden Woods. This isn't Harry Potter. Those are
No.
Mysterious Forest.
Mysterious. I think it's Mysterious Woods.
Like, all these... They need to get more creative names. It just all blends together.
Meanwhile, I just see Say doing the same standing position. The Moblin King can't hit you when you stand there. He does that in damageless. But here's D2. This is why we need powder. It's the entire reason we need powder. Otherwise, you would never ever grab powder, ever. And Xander taking a little bit less aggressive of an arrow route. Some players like to menu to feather arrow here, and then take this dungeon real aggressively. Xander saving, I guess, 2 arrows here. Probably due to reaction of the last race that he did, being like half an arrow short. And by half, I mean he could skip one of those arrows, but you can see Nitro's taking the more aggressive one, has 1 less arrow. And Xander already wasted an arrow, so that's probably why electing to just skip on those 2. It doesn't waste too much time.
Martin has now gotten Bow Wow and will be entering the dungeon shortly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Say is slowly catching up on Xander. Has 10 arrows, so we'll be finishing the Hinox with 8, and that means getting out of this dungeon with 7, which I believe would leave him arrow perfect to a degree. So we'll see how that goes. And oh, not entering the stairs there. But yeah, the bow is broken. There's a reason it costs 890 rupees. Or 980 rupees. That one. It's a little strong. Does 4 damage to a lot of these mini bosses. And now Dungeon 2 is complete for now. We can save like 15 seconds coming back later. So it's not worth being there right now.
It's literally on the way from something else. So
yeah, it's a 15-second time save to come back here later.
Now we're just gonna head straight to D3. And for those of you who played this game, you remember that there's this whole rigmarole of side quests where we have to go to a castle to go help Richard get back his 5 golden leaves. That's boring and slow. Yeah. I said that.
And so what they're gonna do as they're approaching it, or Xander's approaching it right now, is they're gonna slash this thing. And text boxes and the start menu that they made for this game over the original Link's Awakening is a little strong. And basically, when you fall into a pit but you pause in the same frame, you kind of get pushed down. You do the same thing with a mushroom because the text box shows up. Text boxes do weird things. So we forgot to explain block clipping, but we'll get there later. But basically, when he falls into the pit, and it's frame rule dependent, so sometimes this feels forever. He will fall into the pit. He'll land on the menu and. Say gets it first. This is really bad luck for Xander. So this is what he gets for getting pit walk.
Nitro's is now in the lead, by the way.
Yeah, Nitro's got it. Say got it immediately. Nitro's got it
probably first, second try. Say similar.
And then,
and
so
Xander got destroyed.
Yeah, I think Xander at the end got just bad subpixeled and thrown in, because that can happen too. You can just fall. That's rough. That's a rough buddy moment right there. Like, you hate to see it, but I don't feel bad because Xander made everybody pit buffer way too much in the ROM hack he made, so you know what? That's karmic justice.
It's a competition. People can catch up later. Probably.
Yeah, there's plenty of space here to gain and lose time. This is Dungeon 3.
Yeah, Key Cavern. We're going to be skipping a lot of keys. See this room where we normally get all the keys? Nah, we're just gonna go straight upstairs.
Yeah, there's a trick we can do called block clipping. Basically, because text boxes are weird and the game tries to align you for text, you can sort of abuse that into wiggling past some of these key blocks. But right now, this is the one dungeon in the entire game that not only has 1.5 billion enemies, but has the longest time between saving and quitting. I mentioned kill counters earlier. You increase your kill counter every time you kill an enemy, and you watch it die, and the drop is rolled, basically.
That was a horrible spot for Say's piece of power, by the way.
Yeah. So, when you kill 30 of those, it's dependent on your heart containers, but when you have 4, it's 30, but hang on, Nitro's going for the French press here. You bonk, And yeah, it's pretty neat trick.
It's an easy.
And then piece of power makes that jump really easy. But yeah. And we see Say going for it as well. Gets it. Very important. But yeah, oh yeah, there's the Dongo skip. That's a sword out super jump. There's a lot of super jumps, but yeah, you can clank on things in midair since you don't have any collision. You have a risk of soft locking there, but it's pretty consistent. And oh, a little bit of a deviation to that room. I usually see everybody just kill everything, but Nitro's kind of move things around to put them right in a path that I guess he likes to take. Here's Slime Eye.
Dash against the wall to get him to come down, split him up, then charge the middle.
And this fight is basically scripted.
Yeah.
Because he will always split the same way, and if you bonk into that wall, you'll have your sword out. The first one will land on your sword, and then your sword will stay out, and the second one will land on your sword. And then, yeah, it's a little bit trickier with Piece of Power, but because you're doing double damage and you're moving faster, this is basically the same. There's a lot of backup strats in case it goes poorly for you, but this is no surprise for anybody.
We see in chat, Xander, quoted as saying, hate this game. Game hates
yeah,
you too.
Probably a little mad about Enter D3. If I look at Xander's splits, yeah, Xander lost
50, 40,
yeah,
30
yeah,
seconds.
no, it got really blurry on me the second I tried to get up there. He lost 34 seconds on that split, or 37 seconds on that split. So
just destroyed. Alright, so now we are going to be heading towards getting our key for the 4th dungeon, the Angler's Tunnel.
And oh, that was a curious thing by Martin. Were they trying to buffer the super jump? No, they paused. It was weird. But yeah, oh yeah, there's the flock clip. Because text shifts you, you can clip through things. Just because I know I never finished it because there's so much going on in this game.
This is really just so much going on at all times. So now
yeah, there's
Nitro
not a single category you can finish talking. Yeah.
Is setting up a specific bomb trigger known as Walrus Skip, which is going to cause this cutscene to trigger that normally takes Marin to be on the screen to do. But because we have Bow Wow, the game's going to get really confused at the point at which we're supposed to get rid of Marin, and we'll soft lock if we're still on this screen. So we really just want to get off of here once it's done.
Yeah,
and
so
right now we're in a state where we can't actually use our menus or our A and B button, so we have to die.
Yeah, and that takes us back to about where we want to go sooner. Basically, we do want to go all the way back here because we are grabbing something and then going all the way up. And that saves a little bit of time. But yeah, the reason they go into the desert to die on this specific thing, although Xander didn't because Xander entered there with half a heart, that statue gives you less iframes. It's the only thing like it in the entire game. And then yeah, blinking, you'll miss it. There was something in that pit.
That statue alpha?
The spike statue.
That's a cactus.
Is it a cactus? It's
a
gray.
Cactus. It's in the desert.
It's gray. It's a cactus statue in the desert.
Have you ever seen a saguaro cactus?
No.
You should see a saguaro cactus.
Is it gray and metallic looking?
No, it's green.
That thing they're hitting is gray.
It's a dark green.
No, it's gray, Matt.
Alright, we're not having this debate, as we start heading towards a different dungeon key, the Dungeon 6 key. Because we're totally doing this game in order.
Yeah. We'll see. That's just 7 arrows here, that's a lot.
It's a cactus statue, Jesus.
It's gray, Matt.
I think you need to go get your eyes checked out. Oh, Nitro's screwing up.
Nitro was in like a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Okay, does get it. Whereas Seisei took a bunch of damage. They're both at 1 heart.
Practically tied. Seisei menus, and that's going to be the deciding factor in giving Nitro's the lead. So yeah, every time Armos Knight jumps and hits the ground, he staggers you, which sucks. And we want to avoid that as much as possible. Say being so bold. Oh my god, the boldness.
Yeah,
I'm
Say.
not sure my heart could take. Oh, there's a heart. You're darn right you're getting that.
Well, he wants 2 hearts here, so we can damage boost through the Armos, which, yeah, because you're gonna take this damage. So yeah, transitioning down, you get pushed. Oh, Bow Wow's nice.
And it looks like with just straight movement, Say has retaken the lead off of Nitros.
There's like a bunch of ways to back up getting hearts there, but sometimes you just elect to die if you exit like with no health.
And Xander now entering the cave, very close behind. And Martin is now heading into Armos Maze to go get that key.
Oh, we saw the bomb arrow there was it moves the cutscene spawn trigger. Bow Wow eats it. You exit the screen. You don't have to wait through the cutscene for D6 to spawn.
And Martin dies in the Armos Maze, gets caught on an Armos, and just eats.
That's really rough. That's very rough.
Not a horrible loss of time, though.
No.
There are worse places to die.
So many of them.
So now we are getting our wonderful level 2 power bracelet. Looks awfully like a croissant. Takes this, gets stuck again. That's not good, Martin. Very sticky statues. See, these are statues, Alpha.
No. Yeah. The cactuses are next to them, alright? They're giant green cactuses. I don't know what you're talking about.
Those are... Alright, give me a second, I'm gonna look something up.
Meanwhile, we're doing D6. We're gonna hear a lot of beeping for a while.
I'm literally pulling up an image of the desert real quick.
I mean, I'm gonna blame something. It looks gray. In the remake, it's definitely a cactus, though. You're correct about that.
The only other non-enemy green things in the desert are palm trees. Anyways, we currently already just skipped a majority of Dungeon 6, got the boss key stupid early, and now we're gonna go do horse heads by doing this part of the dungeon backwards. Because Super Jump's broken.
Yeah. You obviously, not just
And
having some
Nitros.
horse heads.
Just throwing forever more. Oh, that's disgusting.
I didn't.
Oh my
okay,
god.
it's not world record, but that's a lot.
It's pretty foul. Give Xander some time to catch up.
Yeah, the palm trees are green spice.
There are no cactuses on Koholint Island.
I mean, technically, there's nothing on Conland Island.
There isn't even an island on Koholint Island.
Oh no, Nitros is getting wrecked.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're seeing Say take on Facade. There is not a single game where Facade works correctly, except for the. I guess even in the remake of this game, still skip Facade.
No, I'd argue that he does work correctly in this one.
I mean, you can skip him. You can do 3 damage to his face before the fight even happens.
As quoted from Nitros SR in chat. Lol. We know exactly what that's for, buddy. And we are sorry for your loss.
Astro's saying it works in LAS, but he doesn't. You can just jump over him. There's so few times you have to fight him.
Alright, now we're exiting Dungeon 6 with 3 of our runners. Martin now has the level 2 bracelet. and is going to swiftly make their way over to the back half of this dungeon. And now we have to do a series of very tricky Jesus jumps, is basically jumping in water. In order to escape, if we go too far down on the screen as we transition, we would transition on an out-of-bounds tile, and that would DQ the person from the race. So we want to jump up towards a wall as we get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely don't want anybody getting DQ'd. Be such a shame.
Criminal even. And now, having finished Dungeon 6, we are now going to continue counting properly and go to Dungeon 4.
Yes.
You'll also notice we still have Bow.
Yeah, the main reason we have to do Dungeon 6 and why we did all that Jesus jumping is there's a ghost that spawns after Dungeon 4. And you need... One of the triggers that prevents the ghost from spawning for whatever reason is the D2 bracelet. So, or the level 2 bracelet. So if you have that, the ghost won't spawn, which means we can grab the flippers and then go to D5 instead of having to split that dungeon, which is kind of a pain. As we see Nitro's trying to go for some French bonks. I'm assuming Seisei got them.
Seisei just went the other way.
Oh, Seisei, yeah. So they don't save a lot of time, but they look really cool, and they do save time. So, you know, I see Xander tried to French bonk, but didn't wait wait long enough. Basically, you just bonk and you sort of get a little hop that's enough to go over those bits.
Alright, Martin's up doing their horse heads. Let's see how good they go. First try!
Very nice.
Very good. And now in a bit of optimization, Seisei and Nitros, and soon to be Xander, have entered this cave and are running back out to open the dungeon. And then they're just going to save and quit back to that cave, saving some time.
It's a good place to be.
Right. Now, of course, we're leaving Papal up on the mountain, because we are all cold hombres at heart.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's if you want to see the greatest line in any Zelda game, if you say no to Papal, he just calls you a cold hombre. It's wonderful.
Look, we're leaving a man starving up on a mountaintop. But then again, some argue that the man doesn't even exist, nor does the mountain. And in something that still amazes me, I'm still shocked that we do this, where we just clip into that bombable rock and push the other block out of the way.
That's a
How
hard
long have we been
clip.
doing that?
I don't remember. It's been that's a recent thing.
It's within the last year. It's gotta be.
And that just comes down to error routing. If you don't just get it, it's slow. But if you get it, I think within 1 or 2, because you're saving a menu, you're saving bombs. 7 months old, according to Astro.
From November 2030. Because that's how time works. Because we can count in this community. Sorry, Astro, you set me up. Alright, now we have the flippers doing some cool super jumps and little p-hat clinks to get up, get the boss key, and we skipped most of the dungeon because that jump is easy. And now with the spin slash and 2 bomb arrows, the boss of Dungeon 4 is dead.
Yeah, a very, very hard boss. Sometimes you have to hookshot down, but that's impossible, as everybody knows, so... Shoutouts to Cravone. You have to. Nobody will... He's the only person I've ever seen die to anglerfish, so yes.
Good. The only person. Just let that sit. Alright. So we're still holding solid numbers. We have Seisei coming out of D4 first. Nitro's picking up the instrument. Xander close behind. And Martin is now heading towards D4.
Yeah, other than Martin, pretty close race between our top three. Although Seisei is starting to pull very ahead.
Seisei really shines in just crisp, clean movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crisp you could just store fruit in it. And now we're heading to Dungeon 5, and a momentary lapse of our sanity as we've learned that 5 does in fact come after 4.
Yeah. It's hard.
Numbers, man. This is a dream. No text even matters. Can't read it anyways.
No, it's in Japanese. It's impossible. Nobody can read that.
So now we're in Dungeon 5. This is the Catfish's Maw. We're supposed to be getting a hookshot in here, but unfortunately a jerk decided he was going to steal it.
Yeah, so we can get laughed at by him, but you know, we'd skip the whole dungeon if this is a cool category.
Yeah,
this dungeon is just the worst.
In Hundo, we can avoid a decent chunk of this dungeon because we just pull the hookshot into existence from elsewhere.
And in No Stew, you jump over the whole thing.
Right, there's the jerk who stole the hookshot, Master Stalfos. We're just gonna bomb him to death immediately. No mercy.
No mercy is for the weak.
We swept the leg with bombs.
I don't know how relevant Karate Kid references are going to be, Matt.
Pretty relevant, I'd say. There's always a good place for Karate Kid references.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's worth noting that Master Stalfos is supposed to drop a key whenever he dies. But in one certain room, that room back where we saw the key drop down from the ceiling, the room is coded to turn the key into a hookshot. Because they can do that.
Yeah, it's the only room where he doesn't try to leave. You can kill him in earlier rooms and grab a key, which is something that they do, just to get a spare key that they need.
You could get 3 extra keys that way, right?
Yeah, but you barely need 1 to beat Dungeon 5, so...
Yeah, but imagine taking all of those keys to a different dungeon, like D3.
I mean, that's very possible.
But you can't, because keys are only allowed to be used in the dungeon that they're supposed to be in. And Martin dies in the back half of Dungeon 4. A bit of bad placement there by those P-hats. Not P-hats. Helmasaur. That's the word.
Okay, Matt. I did the research.
You better tell me it's a cactus. You better.
Okay, so in BizHawk, it's a statue. In everything else, it's a cactus. It's just bad color palettes.
Jeez, please.
I mean, it's the only one.
Beyond Redemption. You.
Listen. It's not my fault that whatever
I did. I listened to the
used...
community, and the community agreed with me that it's a cactus.
Oh no, I had to figure out why I thought it was gray, so I did. And the answer is it is in BizHawk. Because the colors are wrong.
Wow, Nitro's actually caught up and is in the same room as Seisei, basically neck and neck.
Yeah, Nitro's...
Although, I think the positioning is better for Seisei here.
Yeah.
Yep. Seisei is still in the lead by a handful of seconds at most. Very tense. Meanwhile, Xander is going and getting his hookshot, and Martin is getting the Dungeon 4 boss key to go fight the Anglerfish.
And so, this is why we grab the key. Seisei grabbed those extra arrows. I think everybody's gonna do that. Just so they can save a little time in Dungeon 8. But yeah, so
Oh.
you do that because you
Oh,
just
no.
clip through there. You can skip Goma. You probably skipped Goma as a kid. I know I fought Goma from behind as a child and then found out that, wait, I've already been here. Because you can just jump over those pits. But it saves a stupid jump. It makes everything easier. Pathing is better.
Now we're fighting Slimeal. Wall Snake.
This is a boss that, through no fault of the runner, can just decide they're not having a good day. You can basically cover 3 of the holes at once. So there's only a 25% chance that the game just is rude. And you can get up to 5 cycles, and Seisei actually had an incredibly good fight. I believe it was a 5 and a 3, and I think Nitro's got that as well.
I think Nitro's had a 4 on that last one.
I didn't hear it. Sometimes you can't hear all those slashes, but
It looked.
Seisei definitely had a 5-3.
Could be wrong. No, both of them just holding up that xylophone, wind marimba, above their head.
Okay, I see a Y from Xander, so I'm just curious.
Can't wait to see how this goes wrong.
Well, it didn't. He didn't have
It must
Mambo,
have-
so we can't pull an Alos, so I don't know.
There must have been something that went wrong earlier in the dungeon. But now we're escaping dungeon 5, and where do you think we're going now? Normally we'd do 6, but we already did 6.
I mean, the only place left, we got 7 and 8 left. Also 2.
We'd also go finish 2, yeah. We could just go straight to the egg.
Yeah, but we can't get in the egg. We need all the instruments. The whole reason. Whole reason we're doing any of this. Otherwise, we just dungeon dip for items and then go to the egg. Of which we need no items in any dungeon to beat the egg.
Boots would be nice.
There's things that would be nice, but as someone,
and
you
feather
know
would be
this.
nice.
In any percent, you enter there with a bow and a dream.
Some would argue not even a bow. Some would say that you just get the ocarina and then you pick a god and pray.
Yeah, that is why that category is horrible.
Some people give the dream away, preferably to a giant space whale.
I don't know if it's a space whale.
Sky whale.
Yeah, there you go. Space whale is a different, genre.
No. Think about where the last cutscene is before you get sent up into the sky by the giant water spout.
Yeah, it's a whale
definitely
going
in
into the
space.
sky.
It's 100% in space. Anyways, we're going to go get the rooster key now.
Listen, I don't think there's precedent for a space whale. I don't think there's a precedent for much space anything in the Zelda series. Sky things, yes. There's even a sky whale in Skyward Sword.
Gosh, I wonder what I could be referencing. Nobody knows. Alright, so now we need to use our hook shot, and my god. Sorry. And Nitros falls, resets. So
Yeah,
there is a frame when the hook shot is coming back into Link, where you can jump, and it's bufferable, which is nice, but sometimes you just get messed up, and you hate to see it.
Oh, and that
Oh, the
is very
perfect
unfortunate.
fall. That's
There, if you have
disgusting.
bad subpixels or just unlucky with frame rules, you'll just fall and there's nothing that you can do about it. It just happens sometimes. It's pretty uncommon unless you're trying to be good at racing this video game. And there's the double firsties. I'll love to see it.
Magnificent.
As that's getting Xander plenty of time to catch up with Nitros.
Alright, now say opening up Dungeon 7.
Come on, Bow Wow, be voracious. There we go. Bow Wow eating cutscenes. Fun fact for everybody that I gave people when last time I think this game was restreamed anywhere was on GDQ. Cutscenes have 50% drop rate for hearts.
Cutscenes are very
Why?
healthy.
It's just silly. And here's Dungeon 7. Probably the most fun dungeon to do. Just dependent, like, with no items. Like, if you're playing this in anything, like a rando, anything but a ROM hack, because everybody who makes ROM hacks for Dungeon 7 makes them horrible. This is a fun dungeon.
Because you just bomb trigger 4 rooms.
Yeah, you bomb trigger 4 rooms, or you can do ball strats, which are really fun to watch.
Yeah, but not as fun as explosions, man.
Yeah, it's not. But ball strats have a slam dunk, so, you know, you gotta get your Space Jam on. And, okay. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about hitting Master Stalfos with the regular sword. I always spin slash him. I don't know why.
I'm gonna point out, Nitro said man in ZSR chat, so I wonder what's gonna happen.
How many bombs do you think he accidentally throws into a pit?
None. Say getting second try Goomba Surf, just doing a naked super jump off the wall. Yeah, that would probably be
yeah, that would be it. That didn't go well. That didn't go well for Nitro's last time either. And Xander getting my favorite bomb trigger in the entire game. It saves a bomb. And I think might be optimal.
What, cool kid strats?
Yeah, because you drop a bomb. Basically the way you do it, you don't have a certain type of transition. I think it might be
I'd
slower.
call it optimal.
We'll call it optimal because I want more people to do it. There
It's
we go.
optimal because you save resources.
Yeah, but you don't. You need 2 total bombs for. Well, I guess you need 4 total bombs for the rest of the run after. Wait, no. It does. It definitely saves a bomb because you're using 2 on a transition and then you're also bombing the wall. So it saves 1 bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Astro's saying it doesn't save a bomb, but it definitely saves a bomb.
Yep.
So, Dungeon 7 boss is also, doesn't really function that well. Basically, depending on where you last save and quit, it sets it up very nicely, but, you hit Evil Eagle with your hookshot, and then you face down. You just, when he exits the top of the screen, he kind of teleports to the bottom. And then, yeah. No, Astro, it's not about where you're saving the bomb, but it's... Okay, so you use 3 bombs in that screen compared to 2. It's math. That's
Transition
math.
trigger, you use 2 bombs plus 1 to open the door. Doing cool kid strats, you use 2 bombs, 1 to open the door and the other one to set off the bomb trigger when the door bomb explodes. 2 bombs versus 3 bombs. You save a bomb. In any case, we have just left Marin to her fate on top of a mountain. She'll probably live, it's fine. She doesn't exist anyway, she's just a dream.
I mean...
She'll have
one
the
might
same
say
fate
she
as
might be a
Paul.
bird. She might be a bird.
No one says that.
I mean, she definitely turns into a bird. Yeah, Spice is right. Cool kid strats are cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely turns into a bird. Maybe that's the Windfish's only actual power is to turn people into birds.
Why would a whale be able to turn people into birds?
Well, it's a giant, like... So it's a giant skyfish. It's got to eat something, right? So maybe, like, seagulls or, like, krill do it. Because maybe there's
terrible.
no, like, sky krill. There's just sky birds, so they eat the birds.
What are the things eat in Skies of Arcadia? It probably eats whatever they eat, right?
I haven't played Skies of Arcadia.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, so, this thing also doesn't function. If you walk at it, its face isn't there.
And, oh no, Say doesn't get the jump far enough to get past the first lava pit of D8.
Yeah, canceling that Roomba is hard.
I still don't know how you cancel a Roomba.
Accidentally when you really needed to keep moving. So here's Bookshot. It's called Bookshot because you, put the hookshot on B. It's very important. And
Also,
here's what
Nitros and Xander are
basically
side
sync.
by
This is
side.
this is a very good sync. But yeah, Blano is
God.
much more fun in Oracle of Seasons because you actually get to fight him with your fists. And here's the magic rod. It sets things on magic, which is very important because Hothead is made out of fire and lava, and clearly adding more fire and lava to that is not good. But if you set him on magic, he's no longer on fire, so it puts him out. And here's Lava Swim. Basically, it's like regular, you know, we'll pretend it's fake flippers because it's kind of the same. But you just do it in lava. You can't do it without flippers. But basically, you skip a damage check, which is only when you enter, and you're just swimming. It's nice. And Cue Ball, everybody's favorite boss that just really likes spinning around.
Wee, wee. It's like
That is an optimal Cue Ball fight.
He's like the one toy on the playground where you just hold onto it and it spins.
You mean well,
It's tilt-a-whirl, I think
it's a carousel. There's a bunch of different names for them.
Weird. Wait, who lied to what?
No, Spice is saying that it doesn't save a bomb, but I watched Xander's bomb count only go down by 2, so I don't know.
Alright, hold on. I'll take care of this once and for
We'll
all.
we'll figure it out because I definitely did it with
I do
an
it.
auto masher.
Like there's no question about it. That's what I do. And now I'm fucking booting at my game.
Yeah, Matt says he does it, so I've only done it with something else. Or with an auto fire, because I can't mash. Mashing is hard, but you can buffer every bomb trigger in this game. None of these people allowed to do that, but
Mashing is
it's
good.
nice. It's more hard if you play on emulator and you're mashing on keyboard.
Hundo save states.
But yeah, Hothead down for Seisei as we're heading to T2.
Back to
Again, this saves a lot of time. Listen, Matt confirmed those lies then, and so did everybody else because I
I'm
can't do that
working on
trick
it
by
right
myself.
now. Oh, it does go down by 2.
Okay, yeah, I can't execute that trick, so
Weird. Because
I'm going off what everybody else told me.
I had 25 when I put it in front of the door, and then I just did the mashing, and it went down to 23. All right.
Okay, so it doesn't save it, but it's cool, so it's
It is
faster. You know, it's like putting red stripes on the side of
The car
anything,
makes it
really.
go
It makes it
faster,
go faster.
absolutely. Or like red cars still go faster. Period.
Yeah.
All right, so we're fighting the genie. The reason why we left this place and came back later is because we have the magic rod now, so we're just gonna set up this nice little campfire and just burn him to death.
Yeah, there's a really quick kill with bomb arrows that you can do, but the bomb count and the arrow routing is a lot tighter when you do that, and you save so much time coming back here with boots that it's not worth it. You just come back later, you keep your bombs and arrows where you want them to be. And, oh yeah, you see everybody walking through things. They're grabbing hookshot invincibility in Dungeon 2. Basically, if you kind of use your hookshot into something, you can sort of make it so that the game thinks you're still in hookshot and you're immune to everything. Yeah, Magic Rod is faster. It's not like it's not horribly faster, but there is the flight time of the genie that's faster, and then the bomb has to explode, which is faster. So maybe look at
I like Nitro spoiling the the genie.
And Xander got a gold. Xander very proud of himself. But yeah, basically the way this this whole thing works, anyways, you just clip into the wall. And, oh, are we using Sega sound?
Nonsense, Nitros. You're doing fantastic, buddy.
Yeah, didn't notice we were using Seisei's sound.
Yeah, it's tradition
yeah.
to not talk during the bell out of the Windfish.
Yeah, there's a lot to go over, and there's 4 racers, so yeah, we're almost done with this race. Doesn't look like we'll see any sub 50s.
Yeah, so it's worth noting that the path through this egg is the same. There's a default. It's left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. It's easy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a bomb trigger falling into this next room where the final boss of the game is.
Yeah.
And that skips the intro cutscene.
Only bomb trigger in the game you can't mash, and then they're gonna do a bunch of setup, basically involving that bomb and picking up the sword, so you don't slash, so you don't roll RNG, because you can sort of set up everything. This is like the only manipulation you can do in the entire fight, because when you enter, it's a certain value, and when you turn everything off and you don't slash your sword, you basically know where all the RNG is. And we have an app that basically will let us manipulate Aghanim and get a confirmed blob quick kill. Basically, whether or not Aghanim throws a blue or regular ball is based off of your X position, if it's even or odd. So there's a way to tell which one he's going to do, and then you don't need the manip anymore. You do whatever. Because there's no... Well, there's only a little bit of RNG, but we're not carrying it through to Devil, so... I don't... If someone comes up with that, that's gonna ruin everything.
That's gonna be fine, don't worry about it.
It's not gonna be okay. But yeah, Ganon's dead. There was another boss there. It probably was the same one as the one in the desert that doesn't exist. And now we play the waiting game. So he has an eyeball, and
we want to shoot the eyeball 16 times.
Oh yeah, right. You can't manip Deathel because the music shows up. But yeah, so you just gotta shoot it 16 times. And okay, one missed arrow there for Seisei. If you run out of arrows, you can theoretically back up with bombs. I think Seisei's missed actually 4 arrows, which is bad because that means all 4 of these need to land. Oh, nope,
Don't
he missed
tell
only 2.
people that they can use bombs on Deathel.
No, I'm gonna tell them that because Dragon's probably gonna do that at some point.
Don't give them hope.
There's not a lot of hope. If you run out and it's safer for you to just reset, some people, like newer runners, will definitely save when they enter the egg because it's really scary. I think Martin's a pixel too far to the right. And GG to Seisei. 51:47. Very solid time. Not damageless, but pretty good run.
There. Now, it's been years since I've been able to say this. Hey, Seisei, how you doing?
Hey, Matt. Doing alright, doing alright.
Yeah.
It was looking spicy, pal. That start really was really poor. And then, of course, you were you. So you pulled it back like a fishing line.
Yeah, I was so mad. I was so mad after the rupees. Because I really wanted to sub 52 with that run. And yeah, being 45 seconds behind right after 5 minutes, I was like, okay, it's gonna be tough, but I managed to do it still. I played pretty okay after that. No major fails, which was what I wanted. So that's cool.
So,
Yeah.
we should also mention Xander finishes with a time of 52:57. Nitros finishes at the time of 53:04. Literally back to back. My word.
Very, very close race between those two. Nitros failing Rooster Skip a couple times. Once just out of mistake, the other time because the game just told him he wasn't allowed to do Rooster Skip today. Very close race overall.
Oh, yes. Quality content.
Yeah, we have a lot of content going on.
I do see that you got a gold though somewhere, say.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
you got a
fine.
gold going from D4 to enter D5.
Yeah, I golded the best split.
You golded the split where you do literally nothing. I don't
Yeah.
know how you do it, man.
Yeah, I don't know too. It's okay, I guess. I'll take it.
Alright, who do we got? Who do we got? Who's in here? We got Xander and the Nitros. Both of you are in here. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I saw it was really close.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
little close. So, Xander, very important question because it's been very contentious.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
What's
think
the
he forgot what
question?
he was going to ask you.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think so too. I think
Hang
I
on.
I think
forgot.
his
to
brain
ask it.
just melted.
No, my brain melted because I had Nitros' sound on and it exploded my head.
So the
But yeah,
question that Alpha
so
wanted to ask.
very contentious question. Bomb trigger in the pit and with the door in D7, better or worse?
Whole kit strats versus transitions.
What?
Whole kit strat
What?
versus transition for the third pillar of D7.
Third pillar, I just go for the transition and then do the pit if I don't get it.
Terrible.
That's the best strat, you know? I know it makes me not a
nice.
cool kid, but I'm willing to live with that. Anyway,
Alright.
fuck Villa Skip. I'm never doing it again in my life.
That was so. Yeah, you probably. What was that? 45 seconds lost to how many
Yeah,
pit
oh,
buffers,
we-
and then it
we
just
said
told you to go
30
straight to hell.
It was
said 30 something.
18. It was 18 buffers, and then I just figured, yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna go again.
Yeah.
And then I got a
And-
2 buffer, of course.
And Nitros, how are you doing?
Yeah, so that's 36 seconds.
Well, like, some stuff happened, okay.
Some stuff did happen. Yes,
I-
I'll agree to
I
that.
just can't make this shut up, dude. I got 205
we
and
can.
per shop. I got like
Okay.
15 horse heads. And like,
Yeah,
I failed Rooster Skip twice because I got that thing where you use the hook shot and you fall at the same time. I don't even know what caused that, but it
Just
happened twice in a
unlucky.
row.
That was.
You want me to
And-
help? I'm gonna
That was
throw
a
you
really
a bone
unlucky
here,
run.
Nitros. Here's a bone for you. It's just rust. All right.
I don't think you can call that amount of unlucky
No,
rust.
that's not rust.
Your rust is lucky. Your rust is unlucky. That's what it is.
Then, yeah, I just got owned by
Oh
some
no!
stuff.
Martin goes for the bomb arrow strat and kills
Oh,
himself
no.
too.
I mean, Nitros, you were pretty far ahead of me for a lot of it.
And then you guys were
Yeah.
high-fiving.
Xander,
Yeah.
oh yeah, how are you feeling that you got pit walk?
Oh, amazing. First try too. Perfect.
It was great. We caught it. It was wonderful.
And my late game was just really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Just some
Tycoon starting?
unfortunate happenstance happening in the middle of the run.
I got like 6th try. Then Defil wasn't the nicest either, if I'm gonna be honest, but at least I got quads. I did what I could.
You finished, and you finished with a very good time.
Yeah, but it's a worse time than the last race, so it would cost.
Yeah.
So you run it
I guess
back.
Just cost your own time. Yeah, run it back. Just keep running it. I don't know if there's any punishments. I don't remember how we're doing this. Just keep playing video
Best
game.
time. So yeah, there's no punishments. Run it back.
Yeah, just keep playing the video game.
Here's what you do. Nitros, you're gonna challenge Xander to a run immediately after we cut stream on CSR. And then you're just gonna run it back.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna completely demolish him, and you're gonna get like a super low 52 or something.
that time gonna count for the qualifier?
Yeah, as long as you two are making a race.
I'm pretty sure it's just you keep racing, and the races are what's going to determine your
The
seeding.
race has to be recorded for it to count.
Well, I'm a mod, so it's fine.
See, it's fine. Abuse that power. We're all mods here. Say a mod?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I'm not a mod either.
Make him a mod.
I don't have that authority.
Just
And
have
I'm
Spice
sure
make
you're
it
not
a
going
mod.
to give it to anybody else.
I don't even know why I'm mod here. I'm confused myself.
You know, I asked
ZeldaSpeedRuns does not endorse mod abuse.
Sure.
It's not mod abuse if we're just doing the recording of the race.
Right.
Spice, aren't you the owner of it?
No, I think GT is.
It doesn't count.
If he added Spice as an owner, though.
Oh, yeah.
Probably did.
Because you can have multiple owners on race time.
Yeah.
Also, we don't talk about Master Stalfos 3.
Oh no, we talk about it
No.
all the time. What happened?
No,
Tell
no,
me.
no.
Yeah, I.
Well, as you could tell, my finger pressed the right button.
Yeah.
That's all. And then his hitbox was bullshit after that.
No, I want more details. Come on. Give me more.
So what happened was he missed, and then he got wrecked.
So what you're saying is he fired. He missed. So he fired again. And he missed.
That
My
sounds
D5 was
right.
actually very good.
Nice.
I got like a 437 or 8, and I like messed up my menus for like 5-10 seconds or something after the last Master Stalfos. It was like really fast. Better than that.
Yeah, we got your message in chat of you being sad, Xander, like when you were fighting Slimeal, and so I just thought that, you know, you died to Slimeal or something, or like somehow got Mambo and pulled an Alos.
Yes, that's what it did. You just didn't see it.
When you don't see it.
Alright, so we got Martin. Defeats the blob.
But why is
Moving on.
Martin the only one on the restream? There's 4 other racers.
Mm. That's out
or
of my
3
hands.
other racers.
They don't exist.
They're doing fine, probably.
That's okay.
If
Yeah, I
we
should
more
check
free
in on
stream seeding races, what we can do, we did that for the Twilight Princess tournament seeding races, is we can cycle between the racers.
That's probably a good idea for next time.
Yeah, but for that we need to like make sure we have permission from like everyone a racer, which can be tricky. But if we get that, that can work out.
Next time. We have
And,
plenty of opportunities. So
Martin
that's
dropped the
Aghanim.
manip on the last hit.
I feel like that spin splash was like I love
Yeah, I think that spin slash missed.
Yeah.
Whatever,
It happened.
Nightmare Moldorm is weird.
Hope he does shovel strats. Oh, he didn't do shovel strats.
Shovel doesn't exist outside of when you need it. What are you
Listen,
gonna do? Hit
just
him in the face
trade,
with it?
shovel
just trade the
strats and
shovel,
Elio
you
G.
don't have it, and then just live on frame perfect boots jumps. That's how I live my life.
Live your life one dash attack at a time.
People watching my stream will attest to the fact that I'm an idiot with boots jumps now.
Hey,
Hey.
good job, Martin. You know,
Big
Martin
fan.
did his first D-Rust run like yesterday, so it's honestly a respectable time, I would say.
Better
Considering
than
his
I was
PB
doing.
is 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty solid time, and like the places where he lost time are very easy to clean up. Like there was a really poor death, on the in Armos Maze that cost easily like a minute or two.
And Martin finishes at a time of 1:02:31. Believe that ding was Martin coming into the channel.
Hey.
Maybe. Yep.
Yeah.
How you doing, Martin?
Yeah, I guess it was okay. I don't know. At least I got Rooster Skip first try. That was the thing I was scared about it.
Always feels
Oh,
good to get
nice.
Rooster Skip first try.
Yeah, man, for sure.
salt in the wound.
Hmm.
I feel like
Yeah.
the overall theme of these races is.
I mean, only one person has failed to get Roosters Skip first try in this channel right now.
It's God, what is it? It's that one scene from Firefly where it's Nathan Fillion just trying to get words out, but he can't. So he just puts his hand over his mouth and looks down.
Yep, because everything could be said. All of it's wrong. There's never a correct thing.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out something. I'm currently verifying this on a speedrunner completer, but I believe one of the races that is not on stream is currently on a big PB pace. I'm
That's
just
likely.
verifying that right now.
Probably will happen. Unless
we
it's
have-
Dragon, because we don't know what Dragon did.
Dragon
Dragon
doesn't
is
like
not
Dragon's
on
PBing ever.
Let's find out.
Yep. It looks, Pink Batman Trolls is currently like on a minute 28 PB pace.
Nice.
Yep. That'll happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
What's
off screen
Dragon's
we've got a
PB
couple of
for this
PBs
category?
too.
Could be even bigger. We don't know how long they took on doing the egg.
Yeah, Dragon is cozy.
Cozy 104.17.
God, Dragon. I want to know what memery he did.
I mean, maybe he just forgot
Congrats.
what to do. And
I'm
then
beating
something else
Dragon,
instead.
Martin.
That's pretty likely.
Thanks.
I mean, he did in the LA Warpless race almost go and grab an extra level 2 bracelet.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry
Sometimes you forget.
Need to do another LA Warpless tournament.
about it.
Gotta do
Do
Stu
it.
first. We're glitchless, apparently.
It's fine. I trust if these people don't want to have a tournament, we can just race.
No, we'll host our own LA tournament.
I'd like to
Yeah.
point
PK
out
into it.
that
Then
two of the
90%
runners
games.
in this race are already mutinying to go do their own tournament
Yeah,
of a
just do
different
their own
game.
tournament. Just forget it.
Nitros,
We'll
just
just
ignore
do
him.
an any percent ace
This
tournament.
is the second week.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
do
Second
Stu.
week.
Nobody wants to do Stu but me.
No,
But
you
isn't
even
there
tried to
already
beg
a
people
Stu
to do
tournament
Stu,
on,
and
like,
they didn't
PDQ?
wanna do it.
Hey, one at a time, please, folks. One at a time.
Alpha, I'll race you in my ROM hack.
I don't want to play your ROM hack again.
ROM hack, what's that? Sounds illegal.
Bad. Damn, Synthro really doesn't want to play Stu.
What if we paid you to do Stu's intro? What if we paid you in some sort of seasonal event
I will-
thing?
I will have
It looks annoying.
Zinthro say that he says that's the worst thing in any category in any game ever. Has probably never sat down and watched a full run of Twilight Princess low percent.
Yeah, I'll second that one.
That's you hold a rupee and hope for 16 hours.
Sounds like a good category to me.
Or low A press Mario, which requires a Wii because of rounding errors.
Oh yeah, I've
Let's you
seen
save a
that.
whole A press.
Oh, I
And
want to point
Speed.
out. I would like to point out Dragon's comment on race time is yes, D5 is before D7. So take that as you will.
That's what happened.
Oh,
I didn't
oh,
need the
that
hook shot to go do D7.
That reminds me, you guys. What's the thing that you kill yourselves on in the desert?
The lever.
Cactus.
Yeah, lever. There we go.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's a lever.
Yeah.
All right, but the thing that doesn't move. What is that?
It's a cactus.
Xander, what do you think it is?
It's a cactus. What else could it be?
Say, what do you think that thing that you kill yourself in the desert is?
Cactus too.
All right.
It's a cactus statue. That's what it is.
It sounds like we have to make a poll during the next race
No,
stream.
they're all gonna vote it's cactus, statue, cactus. You can't prove that it's not a statue.
Statue. What?
You can climb
He's
golf.
speaking of.
He thinks it's a statue.
I mean, to be fair,
it's so
you
invisible.
can't
It's
know.
great. So it's
How do
always
you-
was thinking
How
it's
do
a
you
statue.
kill yourself with a statue, though?
It's covered in spikes.
Interesting
God.
statue.
So here's an
No.
Iron Maiden, right? You think if you didn't just walk straight into the spiky part of an Iron Maiden, you wouldn't die just because it's made out of like metal?
Okay, well,
That's what I'm talking
It's an
about.
Iron Man.
Okay, so I'm
like
making
a
this basically a
desert.
sarcophagus, but it's filled with a bunch of spikes, and when you close it, everything inside of it dies.
By the way, we'd like to say thank you, George, for doing your first host of this community. I hope you enjoyed this.
Hey, I just want to like say, as a restreamer, not really like hosting. That's the commentators. We let the commentators kind of like roll, but we just do like kind of like the stream intros, and you know we handle the tech on the back end, so y'all can host your events, not your little events. We have some pretty big events going on.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Welcome to this. This is what it's gonna be.
When's the next one? I'm looking forward to the next one.
When is the
the
next one?
schedule.
Saturday.
I don't think anybody signed up for tonight's, right?
Astro did, but nobody else
Astro
did.
but it's hard to go running at like 10 p.m. because some people gotta sleep and work. So the next one would probably be Tuesday.
Ooh.
3 p.m.
No, it's Saturday.
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 Look, I've been
Are
working.
there people sign up for Saturday? I could race on Saturday.
Let's see. We have one right now, but I'm also gonna sign up.
It's because Xander's addicted to running the game.
Yes. Of course.
If we can get a full crew for that, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure
yeah,
we'll
what
find
is-
people.
One thing, but I just want to clarify. So for seeding wise, it's just the fastest recorded race time you get during this entire seeding period, so you can like start any race.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fastest time period, and as long as the race is recorded on Racetime GG, because at the moment SRL is not doing too hot. Then it
Was it
counts.
ever though?
Yes.
It's doing a lot worse than it has
It's
been
doing
very recently.
significantly worse than it has been doing.
FaceTime is just very easy to use. That's pretty nice. I mean, you
Well,
haven't.
that's a sentence that we have words about because of the start of the stream.
It's easy to use if you're participating and nobody else. Also, I have other opinions, but that's for another day.
Well,
Alright,
maybe you guys should be
before-
racing as well.
Before we
That's something
close this
one
out, I
I've
do
never
want to give a lovely shout out to Alpha 5 and Phantom that who talked us through this just once again. The commentary thing is going to show everyone in the channel right now, so you know, this is also all the runners, so go give all of them a follow. Thank you all for providing this show today. I've been George. Don't follow me. I haven't streamed in like 6 months, so. But yeah, it's been an awesome race stream.
That's
If
a
I
nice
may
race
interject, Pink Batman finishes with the time of 1:11:10.
Oh, so something happened to Pink Batman during the final split. That's
Yeah, he
unfortunate.
died on Deathfall.
Oh, that's can we just get an F in the chat right there? That's just F.
I
It's
was
just a big F
watching
right
it.
there.
You can just, I mean, you could wait if people want to put their comments or whatever, Sander. Or not, okay.
What
How
happened?
the fuck do you do it?
You click on the button in the bottom left.
I didn't see
And
the button.
I would like
Okay.
to have a sentence reiterated. Race time is just so easy to use.
It is.
Oh,
If
yeah, it
you
is.
literally
If you
look
need to
at the
record
layout,
races.
there's a big
Literally
button
2
where it
minutes
says
later.
record race result. But then there's people like Sander in the world, who's a moderator for race time. Do not look at the website and find the button.
Stop it! He's already dead!
Alright, folks.
It's not my fault. There's a start button and no normal
And
start button.
I did notice that Madame Materia's internet had gone down, but they have apparently finished at the time of 1:11:32.
Alright, folks. Well, I think we'll leave it at that. Is there anything else anyone in the call wants to say before we head out here?
Wang boys.
I hate this game.
If you guys are interested in participating in this lovely tournament, signups are not yet closed, and this entire seeding portion is just set up so that way we can seed people properly. So if you want to learn the game in like a week and do a race last week to join in, by all means.
Yeah, I'm guessing
weird.
if you want to like learn, just go to like speedrun.com, find the resources section on there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or just have your
Sounds like a
personal
plan.
nitrous that teaches you the game in one day.
But yeah. Before we head out here, I do wanna shout out. We'll be sending you all over to ZSR too because we're doing we're live doing right now with a Wind Waker randomizer match. Aside from that, there isn't too much special to announce this weekend. There's a couple of more Wind Waker randomizer tournament matches, a couple of Link to the Past cross key matches. But if you want to see the entire schedule, you can always type !schedule in the chat. I'll help you. I'll do it for you. And you can find the ZSR restream schedule on there. But aside from that, thank you all so much for making this restream possible. And I think I'll leave you all to end the stream. It's been a pleasure. If any one of you has any final words, it's all yours.
Goodbye, everybody. I hope you enjoy whatever comes up on ZSR. We'd like to thank
Thanks
them
for
for
having us.
helping us out through this.